Hello and welcome to Pock and Rock for the start of a brand new series ranking the tracks of the Iron Maiden studio albums. I said before that these are some of the videos that I find the most fun to make, record, edit and, dare I say it, even watch back. And that I was going to start to do a few more series of the ranking the tracks, having done McCartney, Queen, nearly finished the Beatles, now started Elvis Costello. It's time for one of my other favourite artists, which is Iron Maiden. So I'm going to start at the very beginning with 1980's Iron Maiden by Iron Maiden. Recorded and released in 1980. The band lineup at this point is Steve Harris on bass, Paul Di'Anno on vocals, Dave Murray on guitar, Dennis Stratton on guitar and Clive Burr on drums. This was a successful album, reaching number 4 in the UK charts and consists of 8 tracks. So I'm going to go in and rank those 8 tracks. As I did with the most recent Elvis Costello video, I'm going to then give each song as I go a score out of 10. And I'm then going to average those scores to give an overall score for the album, which I will then start to plot into a brand new Iron Maiden album ranking. So let's start. At number 8, I have placed Charlotte the Harlot by Dave Murray. I've never really liked this song. I think I've always found it somewhat uncomfortable, the shaming of a sex worker. For me, it is the weakest track on the whole of the record, and which is a shame. Dave Murray wrote this, and I just don't particularly like it. I don't hate it, I don't skip it, but I'm glad when it's over. For me, and I can't quite believe this, I'm doing this, I'm giving it 4 out of 10. But please note that that score is in the context of Iron Maiden's discography. And a 4 out of 10 by Iron Maiden is still pretty high in perhaps other artist rankings. So this is in context of Maiden, it's a 4 out of 10 for me. Number 7, Iron Maiden. Now I might get some flames for this, but it's a ridiculously simple song. 1 verse, 1 chorus. They have played it live every single gig since its release, and probably multiple gigs before its release. And it's just a bit boring. I mean, there's some lovely guitar works in it, but one day, when I get to the end of the series, I might well rank each of the opening tracks and each of the closing tracks from the albums. I don't see Iron Maiden, the closing track and title track, in fact I might do a title track one as well, ranking that highly. That said, having recently been to a Maiden gig and seen it done live, I can see the attraction. And as a result, a song that I probably placed only slightly above Charlotte the Harlot is now a 6 out of 10 at number 7. And so there's a big jump up, because I can, having now been to a Maiden gig, I can understand why I would feel shortchanged if they didn't close their main set with this for now. Iron Maiden, number 7. At number 6, the instrumental Transylvania. I love it. I think it's a really good way to open side 2 of the record. I really like Transylvania, and I've given it the same score as Iron Maiden. It's a 6 out of 10. Number 5, I have placed Strange World. So this is it's not a ballad, and Iron Maiden don't really do ballads, but it's kind of, it's a slower, more reflective song, and I enjoy the pace, the slowing of the pace that it brings to the record. It's a really good song for me, Strange World. I need to find the Best of the Beast 2 CD compilation again. I used to own it back in, when it came out in 96, I bought the 2 CD slipcase thing. I don't think I really understood at the time just how valuable that was going to turn out to be, given the fact that it had Soundhouse Tapes material on it, and particularly the not on the Soundhouse Tapes version of Strange World, and I want to hear that. My score for Strange World, I've given it 7 out of 10. I think it is a step up from Transylvania and Iron Maiden. We're halfway through, so this is the ideal opportunity for me to ask you to subscribe to the videos and increase my subscriber count. Hit the thumbs up to like the video. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It pops up on other people's feeds as a result. And the bell for notifications of any future content, which will be plenty. And share it with someone else who might like it. Let's go back in. And number 4, Remember Tomorrow. Remember Tomorrow is, from what I understand, it was written by Paul Di'Anno and Steve Harris, and Paul Di'Anno's lyrics are about the death of his grandfather, so it's a bit of a personal song. I understand as well that since Di'Anno died, Bruce has said he never wants to perform that song. He doesn't think he should ever do the song that is so personal to the late Paul Di'Anno, and I kind of respect that. And if you want to hear Bruce sing it, all you need to do is go and source the Number of the Beast single, because it was the B-side, him doing a live version of Remember Tomorrow. Remember Tomorrow, I put on a par with Strange World. They feel similar to me, and again, it's another 7 out of 10. Number 3, the debut single, the thing that truly announced that Iron Maiden existed to the rest of the world outside of Leytonstone, and it's Running Free. A co-write between Di'Anno and Harris, a pounding song, and the right choice of single from this album. Absolutely the right choice. Running Free is a great song, and I like it best on this album. I'm not that bothered about live versions of this one, particularly the one that's on Live After Death, because it doesn't have to go on a bit. Thankfully they edited it for the single version, for the live single version. But Running Free, it's an 8 out of 10 song. It's absolutely terrific. Number 2, the opening track, Prowler. Try and imagine, if you will, 1980, and putting this record on for the first time and hearing Prowler. It's unlike anything else on the album. It's actually unrepresentative of the album, but it is a banging metal song. I would have loved to have heard Prowler live on the recent Run For Your Lives tour, because it's just a great opening song, and I think it's like Running Free. It's also 8 out of 10, which leaves our number 1 as a 10 out of 10 song, because I do think it is a whole 2 marks better than everything else on the debut. Phantom of the Opera. Man, is this song good. It was my true entry into Iron Maiden. Now, I had heard Infinite Dreams on Tommy Vance's Rock Show, but I also became aware of Phantom of the Opera thanks to the Daley Thompson Lucozade adverts. It's why I investigated Iron Maiden in the first place, and at the time they were doing their first 10 years single reissue, that whole campaign of a double 12-inch being released every week, I think it was. As a result of that, my local record library had got copies. I don't know why they chose to get copies of what were actually double 12-inch singles, but I'm glad they did, because I was able to get hold of all of them and listen to them all. But my first one was the Women in Uniform and Twilight Zone Wrathchild double set, and one of the B-sides to Women in Uniform was a live version of Phantom of the Opera. That's why I got it out of the library, and I fell in love with it. I do remember thinking when I first found out about the Daley Thompson thing that this is Iron Maiden. I always thought that they were a band I wouldn't listen to, and Phantom of the Opera was my gateway drug. I still like Iron Maiden to this day, and it's all because of Phantom of the Opera. Absolutely phenomenal song, 10 out of 10. So, adding all my scores together, and then dividing by 8, as there are 8 tracks on the record, gives the album 7 out of 10. That feels right. It is a good album. It is not perfect. There is better to come. There is a lot better to come. But 7 out of 10, that feels about right to me. So currently, obviously, it's in the number 1 spot. What will happen when I get to the next part of this video and look at Killers from 1981? If you want to know, why don't you click the bell to receive notifications of future content? But I'll also remind you to subscribe, to hit the thumbs up, and to maybe share the video with someone else who might like it. But until the next video, thanks for watching.